Alright, here we go. It's time for an ass ripping.
Yes, it is.
Don't say we didn't warn you, because we did.
We sure did.
So anyway.
Jen motherfucking Dent, President Jen motherfucking Dent, President Jen motherfucking Dent, President Jen motherfucking Dent, President.
Hello Poppets, how's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. Please follow me on Twitter at Jen to the Den. I'm also going to list all my other social media down below, so you are welcome to follow me on any of those platforms. This is my friend Skylar.
Hello.
And you may remember Skylar from a recent video that I put up.
Yes.
Today we're going to address a guy that we call Puss in Cleats. And we've told you this was coming, and you didn't seem to believe us, but here we are. Just so everybody else knows, this is more of a personal video for me, so it's not really here for your entertainment value. Of course, I would love it if you would watch and give it a thumbs up and all that stuff.
I'm gonna make it very entertaining.
Yes, but we just have a few things we need to talk about. If you haven't seen the video that I did in the past that was called Facebook Hates Me, it was a video that I did about the fact that I keep getting put in Facebook jail. And I'm going to put a link for that down below. Puss in Cleats is the actual, we'll just call him Puss because that's a lot. Puss.
Right.
Puss is the, and Yvonne's here in the background. Y'all remember Yvonne? Hey, from the breakup series that we plan to do more videos, but Puss is the dude that I was talking about in Facebook Hates Me video. She keeps laughing at the Puss in Cleats. But yeah, he keeps getting me put in Facebook jail. Basically at this point, anytime anyone reports me, I basically get put in jail.
Automatically.
Automatically. Right. And this time I got put in jail for using a Mean Girls quote. And the Mean Girls quote was, "Do not trust Puss in Cleats. He is a fugly slut." Anyone that has seen Mean Girls knows that that is a Mean Girls quote from the movie. But I automatically got put in jail for 30 days. Which, honestly, I kind of like it at this point when I get put in Facebook jail, because it just gives me like more time. Because I waste a lot of time on Facebook.
But I'm her proxy. When she gets in trouble, I just say all the shit that she wanted to say.
Right, so I just tell her what to say. In a nutshell, this election really divided our country. I followed the whole election like on Twitter, Facebook. I really didn't watch the news, and most of the stuff that I saw was a lot of this alt-right, white supremacist crap. And so that's basically why I feel that Donald Trump got elected. But you know, I don't want to think everybody that voted for him was a white supremacist.
No, but by voting for him, they said that him being a racist was not a deal breaker.
Right,
you know?
right.
I'm going to vote for him in spite of him saying the things that he said, which was a problem for me. But
during the election, there was a clear line between Trump voters and Hillary voters. Anyway, I had never met Puss ever. I don't think I've ever been in the same room with him.
I've never been in the same room.
Right. And when we first started like talking back and forth on other people's statuses, I thought, this is a funny guy. He seems to have a really good sense of humor. And okay, he's obviously a Trump supporter, but he seems to be somebody that I can like joke back and forth with.
Right. He was slightly articulate.
Slightly.
Not super smart, but slightly.
Well, not on our level, but still he was, you know, decent.
More than what I expected from someone like him.
I remember it was a Saturday. I was really sick. I had to get up and drive 45 minutes away to the clinic to get checked out. I ended up having like bronchitis and all that. And he was on my page. Now my page is public because I do YouTube and stuff, so I keep my page public so that everybody can see whatever I post. It just helps me to get more of an audience and all of that stuff. He was on one of my statuses, and if you watch my channel, you've heard me talk about my friend Thornell before. Now Thornell and Skylar don't get along.
Not at all.
And Thornell really doesn't get along with anybody.
That didn't affect our friendship.
No.
You know, because we didn't like each other.
Right. See, that's something like, if you don't like each other, I'm not going to get into the middle of it. Puss was on my page, and he was like going back and forth with Thornell. And it got to the point where I was like, this is not funny anymore. This is, nobody's getting any enjoyment out of this. Puss has this really bad habit where he thinks he's actually doing something good, where he screenshots stuff and then he uses this app to circle things and draw arrows and underline stuff. And
he's the weatherman.
Yes, he literally is like, he might as well have a green screen and be like, but you said this a minute ago. And anyway, he's doing all of that, and I'm sitting in this clinic sick as a dog, and I'm just like, okay, enough. Can you stop commenting on this? I've had enough of this. And Thornell, once you engage him, he's going to go on your page, and anything that is public, he's going to take it and use it against you. I've already told you all this in videos before. I'll link Thornell's video down below. But he's gonna go, and he found like some sort of meme or something that Puss had posted on his page. And you know how somebody can post something that's racist, but it doesn't really say anything racist, but it is racist.
The implication.
The implication behind it is very racist. And I remember it was a black man. It had something to do with cornbread.
Right.
And Thornell was like, okay, you say you're not racist or whatever, but then you post this on your page. Well, Puss, he never knows when to just be like, okay, you actually are correct, and I shouldn't have posted that, and you're right. He doesn't know how to do that.
He's never wrong. Never.
And it just went on and on to the point where I was just like, okay, can you please get off of my page? Can you please stop commenting? I don't feel well. I'm sick. Can you please get off of my page? That didn't work. So then I was like, don't you have children that you should be taking care of? Because he's got 2 kids. And I was like, don't you have a wife or a girlfriend and kids or something? Like, go take care of them or do whatever. Get off of my page. Then it got to the point where I was just basically cussing him out. And then he's like, well, why don't you block me? I shouldn't have to block you when I have asked you
to leave my page.
To just leave me alone.
And what's the use of blocking him when he has a separate profile to monitor everything you say?
And that's the point, is he has another profile that he uses because my page is public. I know, Puss, that you don't understand this, and a lot of your friends don't understand this, but yes, I am a registered nurse. Yes, I do have a job, but I have been very fortunate that I have been able to build an online audience. There's people that make a whole lot more money than me, but I'm a single woman and I make money from doing videos on the internet. And I do videos on the internet. So in order to get a bigger audience, I keep my page public. So that means people like you are able to come on my page and act like an asshole. Now we're getting into December, which is the day that the shit went down.
Right.
Which is what you love to keep bringing up. So we're going to go ahead and clear this up.
Before we say this, I was in a chat group with Puss and Cleats.
I love hearing this.
I didn't know him. I didn't know any of the people in the chat group. They were all so much younger than me. They were like 36 or 37, and I'm 50. But we became acquainted on Facebook for different reasons, and we were in a chat group together. So I got to see how much he enjoyed irritating people on Facebook like Jen by sitting on her page for 12 hours.
She had an inside view of him saying things like, watch this, I'm not going to leave her page. I'm going to keep commenting. I'm going to keep saying shit.
I have a separate profile that I can monitor her. I mean, he said that, so I knew that.
So, okay, on this particular day in December, it was a bad day for me. And to make a long story short, blah, 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 fucking blah. It just was not a good day. Christmas was coming around the corner and I wasn't in a good way. And I got on Facebook, and Puss and Cleats, he's really good at saying things to where it kind of sets you off, but you can't quite pinpoint what it is about it that made you irritated or that pissed you off.
Provoking you.
Just, yeah, but you can't quite, like, he's really good at what he does. And like I said, that particular day, if there was an edge, I was right on that edge.
You were on the precipice.
I was on the precipice. See,
that's a big word for today.
Okay. Yeah. Precipice. We were on a status of yours. Have no idea how this started. I couldn't recall it if I even tried. But he had done or said something that had agitated me. Now, somebody along the line had come to me and said that they heard a rumor about Puss. They told me this in private, and it was not a good rumor. Let's just put it that way. I'm not gonna say exactly what it was, but it wasn't good. And I was already on the precipice, and I felt that he was trying to push me off of it. And I know now that he was trying to push me off of it, because he was in a private group telling people, watch this, watch how mad I can make her.
Right.
And he made me very mad, and so I brought up that rumor on that status. I think I logged off after that because I didn't really say much else of anything.
Right, you didn't.
I was pretty much done, like burnt out. I think it was one of those nights where like I went and took a bath and watched Netflix and was just done. But the next day I got up and went to work, and it kept eating at me that I had repeated a rumor publicly that I had no way of knowing was true. Even if it was true or not true, it was a very damaging thing for me to have said out loud in public. And so I sent him a message. I sent it from a separate account that I had for my dog, because I made this dog account for my dog when there was like a dog contest or something going on online. Which, by the way, he has had deleted since then. He has reported and had deleted. So all of my puppy pictures are gone. All of my puppy videos are gone. All of that shit is gone.
Oh, he will report it.
Thanks so much. But anyway, I sent it from that because I finally blocked him on my main page. So I sent him a message and I was just like, you know, what I said to you last night was rude. And I repeated a rumor that I heard about you that was not true, or I don't know if it's true. It could be, it could not be, I don't know. But it was wrong of me to say that to you. It was wrong of me to say that publicly, and I'm very sorry for that. I said in that message, I can't tell you verbatim, but I said, I've been having a really hard time. I've been going through a lot, and I took a lot of that out on you, and I'm sorry for that. I hope you have a good Christmas. I didn't ever go back to look to see if he read it until months later, and he had read it, but he never responded to it. Now, unbeknownst to me, the rumor that I stated could have applied to Skylar as well.
Right.
I did not know that. What Puss did was he ignored my apology, and he continued to feed into her paranoia.
Right.
That I was talking about her.
He never let me know that you had said to him that what you had said on Facebook was about him. He let me continue to believe that it was about me. Mm-hmm. And in response, I was like, oh, this
bitch, blah, blah, blah.
This is very bad. This is not good. You
right,
know,
right.
This ain't gonna work out well.
And I wouldn't have blamed you for having been mad if I had said that about you, because I wouldn't have blamed you, Puss, for being mad because I apologized to you for a reason, because I knew that what I had said was fucked up. And I apologized to you. You ignored my apology and you let her believe that I was talking about her when you knew fully well that I was talking about you, because I apologized to you.
Absolutely.
It was a long time that went on. You and I kind of talked on Facebook, but not much. We kind of kept our distance. I mean, we were nice to each other, but that was about it. We didn't really start hanging out until the summer.
Right.
We ended up, well, we had dinner one night, but it was with people. It wasn't like just me and you. We didn't really talk about anything. It was just kind of like, let's just hang out. But we really started hanging out and talking in the summer, and we've hung out a few times. And we have slowly put the pieces together that in March, for some reason, I accidentally hit something in Messenger that sent him a message that said I wanted to connect with him on Facebook. Anyway, we ended up talking, and he was like, oh, well, I got your apology, but I didn't know how to respond to it. And I was like, well, I appreciate you even acknowledging it. And I even said, like, me and you, just let's not fight anymore. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. And he was like, oh, it sounds good to me, yada, yada. And I thought we were cool. But then every time I would come into contact with him on Facebook, there was some sort of undertone to the things he would say where I was like, I don't understand. Where's this? I could feel the animosity in everything he said.
Right.
I never really understood where that was coming from, but from what I understand, he never told your whole group.
No, he never said anything about the two of you talking or having discussed anything. And when you told me it had happened, he and I had a fight, and I said, well, if you and Jen can work things out, certainly you and I can work things out. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, oh no, bitch, don't make me pull up these screenshots, and you don't want no more screenshots. So he just let everyone continue to believe that nothing had transpired between the two of you.
He let everyone continue to believe that I was speaking about you when I mentioned that rumor.
Right.
And he let you continue to believe that we never spoke to each other and smoothed things out.
Right. Never mentioned it. It never happened.
So why would he do that?
Because he wouldn't want anyone to know that he had acquiesced and spoken with you and tried to smooth things over. he would want everyone to think that there was still some acrimony between the two of you and that the two of you were still at each other's throats.
Why though?
Attention.
Well, that's just who he is.
Dude, what is wrong with you? Like, for real?
We're back in middle school.
Like, I really want to understand. There's got to be something like underlying wrong with you, because
She texted me, I was like, oh, it's on there.
yeah, I was like, it's cool, we're good, don't worry about it. But oh, you
So
see
I
that
posted all
girl
the
look good in that picture.
screenshots from his friends talking about him.